If you're planning on doing some track days in your car, what kind of helmet should you wear? It's a good question. So today we've got Josh here from V-Sport. He races cars, he does driver training, he also works at a store that sells lots of safety stuff. Plus, he's rolled a car a few times as well after he had a brake failure, so these kinds of items have saved his life. Thank you for coming down. Can we start down here? We've got a $100 helmet, we've got a $900 helmet, and we've got a $7,000 helmet. Let's start here. What can you tell us?
It's cheap, it's accessible, so it has that going for it.
It's better than no helmet.
Correct, it is. It's better than an ice cream tub. Look, as a minimum, it's okay for a track day, but like I've always said, you can always do better. It's not designed to be on the track, it's designed to be on the road or a push bike or a motorcycle. So anything happens on a racetrack, there's going to be a question over what happens with it.
And so the idea of this is it'd be like to stop your head hitting maybe the B pillar if you...
Correct.
You know, just to take away that sort of injury, I imagine, or mitigate a little bit.
Exactly.
Right.
But possibly limited fire kind of safety on that because it's not designed to be in an enclosed space in a fire, because it's more probably made to be bouncing down the road, and getting hit in different
And the
ways.
risk of fire for what it's designed for is not at the same level as what you're on the track. Obviously, on the track, risk goes up, level of fire goes up as well. So.
And this wouldn't meet a standard for racing either, would it?
No.
Okay.
No.
So fine for track days where there isn't standards on the helmets except
Fine
that
for
it's in
track days. That's
Okay,
it.
got it.
Okay.
Righto.
That moves us on to this then. So this here is a helmet that is around $900. This is made for cars. So what are the significant differences we're going to see now between this and this?
So obviously the tests that this helmet undergoes when it's FIA approved, so it has to pass a certain certification. So those tests are more stringent, more focused on safety. It's designed to be in a racing environment and take some level of impact. This obviously being an open face helmet, it's the entry level helmet towards track days. So as a minimum, this should be something that you'd be looking at. And if you're doing anything like super sprints or club racing to that effect, this would be where you would start.
Okay. And these also have an accommodation for microphones for rally driving as well, or a
They
version
can
of
do,
them can?
yes, absolutely. So, you can fit a radio kit to it as well.
And speaker holes in where your ears go as well, right? To place
correct.
that.
So you can put noise cancelling speakers in there, which also are illegal for circuit. You need to be wearing earbuds. You can add that. And then it goes all the way up to something like this. So,
all right, so we've now gone to probably almost 10 times the price. The first thing I notice is just how light this is, but where is the extra $6,000 in this one?
So obviously the lightness is one of the lightest helmets on the market. This is a FIA certification above this one, so this is good for international events.
I might need one of these soon then, Martin, with the Swift.
Good for international events. Again, more stringent tests again. Not to say that this one isn't safe, but the environment that this helmet is required on, so things like V8 supercars, the Bathurst 12 hour in here in Australia, or GT3 events of that nature. But again, light, stronger again.
Quite a small opening, right? Like obviously open face, your chin's exposed, but you can see a lot.
Yeah.
This one, same again, but that's got quite a thing.
Yeah,
Is there a reason?
this one's a rally helmet where vision is paramount, obviously. But obviously, again, circuit racing or open wheeler racing, we want to limit the risk of anything penetrating the visor or the eye opening. You would not be able to wear this on an open wheeler because there's no windscreen or anything like that, so you would have to have a visor. But then there is a specialised open wheeler helmet as well, which is used for open wheelers and for F1.
Okay. It's probably worth showing as well that this helmet and this helmet, the other big difference between a motorcycle helmet is these are both hands-capable helmets, which means this is the head and shoulder safety device. And the idea of this is this goes on and these little tabs up the back connect to these parts here on the side of the helmet. There's a little push clip on here, and what that does is limits the head's motion from side to side and front and back. This here is a requirement if you've got a fixed back seat and a harness in your car as well with a kind of a roll bar
as well. You need that to run it.
And you need that to run. The harness goes down over the top of that. So after we go from here, does it go any further? Is there something else here?
There is. There's an F1 level of helmet, which is called an ABP, so Advanced Ballistic Protection.
And that's for the Honda drivers in the Civics.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
When they blow pistons out. Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
So it has an extra layer of strength around this area, around the eye port, for things like springs that might come out of a car. Felipe Massa got hit with a spring in 2009, I think, and it actually made its way through the helmet and damaged his eye.
Right, okay.
So these were designed as a result of that. So yeah, another level again, but they can go up to around the $10,000, $11,000 mark.
Right. Well, a lot to take in, but a lot of information. I think
much
as
is
with
your
all of these
noggin
safety
worth?
things is you get the best thing that you can with the money
Yeah.
that you have.
Yep.
But if you are going to be spending a lot of time doing track days and you're considering kind of getting proper seats and harness, definitely a Hans device. I know people that have started using these. It's a fairly new device to me. I haven't used it in racing yet. I will be soon. But people that have got used to using them say they don't want to be in cars now without them. I gather you're the same.
Oh, absolutely. I won't get in any sort of car without one for sure.
For some track or racing or whatever.
Anything.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. And being that that's not compatible with that kind of helmet, it might mean that you do need to upgrade to something like this. So I want to say a massive thank you to Josh from V-Sport.
Not a problem.
Thank
Thanks,
you very
Josh.
much.
Thanks, guys.
There's a link
Cheers.
down below so you can get a little bit more information. And of course, this is all part of our Cash vs Trash series. There's videos about that over on the main Mighty Car Mods channel, where we also go through things like gloves and race suits and what to wear and what not to wear during track days. But there it is. That's another bonus video on MCM TV2, and look forward to seeing you next time here and on the main channel of Mighty Car Mods.